Jungkook went with Wine to support her for the interview, yet it was based completely on her efforts and nothing to do with him behind it. He saw her potential and he wanted her to win in life, while staying behind her as a shield. After the interview, they went for the shopping mall as Jungkook promised to get her a gift in case she passed the interview, and she did. It was a database job which she was familiar with and passed easily based on her skills. Ryan, that's unfair. You should tell me what you're looking for. Jungkook, that's a no, no matter how many times you ask, Butterfly. She blushed at the nickname. Ryan, you won't really tell me? He shook his head, yet held her hand firmly in his grip so she won't run away. He passed through several shops just to tease her on purpose. Jungkook, are you hungry? Let's eat something first. Ryan huffed and tried to pull her hand back, but he was one step ahead. Ryan, you eat. I'm not hungry. Jungkook, come on. How can I eat alone? Don't starve a man. Ryan, you're teasing me on purpose. Jungkook, now why does my hunger relates to teasing? Ryan, okay, let's eat. But first, you tell me, what is that gift? Pity please. Jungkook, no. Ryan, I didn't know you're that stubborn. Jungkook, let's see. Shall I take it as a compliment? He poked her cheek but saw the way her smile dropped. He got alert. For all he knew, it was not because of him, but because of something she saw behind him. He turned to look where she was looking and found nothing other than people doing their shopping. Jungkook, do you know them? She pulled her hand out of his grip and marched towards the couple. Jungkook followed her. As she stopped in front of them, they looked at her with wide eyes. They were her parents. She saw how they were dressed up in nice clothes, while she hardly had anything nice to even start with. The designer bag in their hands, and how they looked well off from top to bottom, while she had to starve and be abused for things they did. Sophia, Wine, is that you? If Wine was not too shocked to see them, she would have scoffed at their doubt of recognizing their daughter. Jungkook didn't need a confirmation. She and her mother looked too identical to ask who these people were. He simply held her hand, letting her know he was there with her. Ryan, I don't understand. I thought if I saw you two ever again, I had so much to complain about. But what should I say now? You two look good, happiest as ever, as if you never wanted a daughter. Wine. No. I was your biggest luck after all. Who would take the fall when you messed up things? You had to sell me off to buy yourself some designer clothes. Sophia. Wine. Listen to me. Let's not create a scene here. We'll talk. Wine. Scene? You don't look good caring about that. I'll tell you how a real scene is created. She was angry, shaking in rage. Jungkook had never seen her like this before. It's alright, when it said. Don't provoke nice people. When she turned to him, he knew what she wanted. Jake, who is this Wyan? Her father asked. Wyan, only my father has that right to ask me. And luckily, you're not him. Jungkook, in the meantime, called the security and got them secured until the police arrived. He called his lawyer as well. This time, nothing affected Wyan. Not when her parents were getting dragged in front of everyone who watched and even clicked pictures. She didn't care if they were getting humiliated. She couldn't believe they were living a good life while leaving her in hell. Not that the police arrived and they were taken to the police station. Jungkook had even called his lawyer and went to the station as well as Wyan wanted to be there herself. Anger was just a name. Behind it was grief, sorrow, pain, betrayal, and tears. Her cold eyes never once warmed up as she sat in the police station and gave her statement. No matter how much they begged or cried, she didn't soften up once. She couldn't believe it herself, but she was too hurt to feel it anymore. Once it was done and Jungkook brought her to his room, she broke down in his arms. She cried until tears won't come out anymore. She screamed and complained until throat was sore and her voice wouldn't come out anymore. Behind that cold exterior was that soft girl who was burned under the cruelty of this world. Jungkook learned everything about her as well in the meantime. Her parents missing, the debt, the loan sharks, the jobs, and the abuse. He wished he didn't have to learn it that way, but he promised he was going to give the worst pain to everyone who tortured her. Wine. I'm okay now. Thank you for staying. She finally pulled back. Jungkook wiped her tears and gave her the tissues, which she used to fix herself up. She generally felt better after letting out all the burden off her chest and stood up. Wine. Give me a tour. I came here for the first time. Jungkook. Oh, you'll be coming here a lot. He held her hand and guided her through his home. It was giant, lavish, and had so many rooms Wine could hardly count. When they stopped in the kitchen, she found a few things and immediately thought of something. Wine. Can I make dinner? Jungkook. You can do anything you want. Her soft and cute self was back as she hopped towards the fridge and went through all the options. Jungkook was there to make sure nothing hurt her ever again. Jungkook, now that's going to be a problem. I should get it fixed. He walked ahead and grabbed the jar she wanted to hold from the upper cabinet. Ryan, how are you going to get that fixed? Jungkook, get that reinstalled at a shorter height. Ryan, what? But that's your home, and they reach your height. Jungkook, it will be your home too. Ryan, what is that supposed to mean? She muttered with flustered cheeks. Jungkook means Ryan, I want you to shift her. Somewhere, someday, in future, when you're ready, accept me and this home as yours. No matter how much time you take, I'll be there with you. I don't think I can carry on without you anymore. Jungkook, for now, your gift for securing the job. He held her wrist and wrapped a beautiful bracelet around it. A decent, yet one that seems really expensive. It shone different colors under lights, and Vine wondered what it took to craft such ornaments. Vine, thank you. It's beautiful. Jungkook, as long as it adorns your wrist, I'll believe you'll accept me one day. When you're ready, at least until I replace it with a ring in your finger. Vine, I'll keep it. She brought her wrist up to her chest and looked at him with affectionate eyes, and the two embraced each other. Broken hearts and betrayed souls, they were all they needed to fix and heal. Like mine had not imagined, holding on to the person who would be her support and reason of her living. Jungkook never knew his burnt heart was ever going to bloom again. The two found love in each other. The world didn't matter to them, as they were all they needed to turn their hell like life into a heaven. Bonus will come out soon. Stay tuned.